Once again, it's the Teez, and we're back, my friends. Yes, with another video, but this one is one I've been meaning to do, just haven't got around to because I really haven't been using it that much because of Void 3.0. But the Witch Queen brought us a new exotic for the Hunter, which is the Renewal Grasp. And of course, this pertains to the Stasis class because the Dust Field grenades have a larger effect and reduce damage for allies inside the field. So this build is basically my Hunter Stasis build, and what it allows you to do is basically throw dust field grenades at will as long as everything is synergizing together. Now the key factors of this build, of course, let's go for 100 mobility like always, 100 discipline, and get that recovery up as high as you can as well. But 100 mobility, 100 discipline, that's the goal here. Everything else, recovery, we always want to try to get that high as well. In terms of weapons, we want a weapon that has headstone on it. Witch Queen brought us several more weapons that can have headstone on it for our primary weapon. The crate is one of those, which is very good. Another favorite I like to use with this build is Eye is Luna. Rapid hit headstone there. Of course, subsistence headstone on the crate. You got the syncopation, which drops as a free drop in the world. You can also craft this. So we put Zen Moment headstone on this one. Some people like Outlaw. I'm on controller. I like the Zen Moment. It keeps it a little bit more stable to get those headshots because we need those headshots to get headstone out there. We also got the Forensic Nightmare can get headstone as well. You got the Peace Bond, of course, from Iron Banner. And you've also got the Perseus D. There's also the Thoughtless Sniper, but you really don't want a sniper as your headstone weapon. You want something with infinite ammo. So we're talking kinetic primary ammo. Get you a good weapon. Like I said, my favorite two would probably be the crate and the Eye is Luna. In terms of how do we have our class set up, of course, we got the Dust Field Grenade. Our aspects are going to be Touch of Winter, which for our Dust Field Grenade, it increases the slow field size and creates small stasis crystal on impact. Making these crystals from this and from headstone are a key part here, and you'll see why. We also have Grim Harvest. Defeating slowed or frozen combatants creates stasis shards. These shards grant melee energy when picked up by you or your allies. This is important because we're going to be using our shurikens a lot as well. And then, of course, we jump down here to the fragments. Whisper of Shards. Shattering a stasis crystal temporarily boosts your grenade recharge rate. Shattering additional stasis crystals increase the duration. This is what the headstone comes in. Every time we break those crystals, we get improved recharge rate. And you'll see that pop up on the left side of the screen. Whisper of Conduction. Nearby stasis shards track to your position. You can use this or you can put something else in here. We're more using it for the stat boost, so take your pick here. Whisper of Refraction. Defeating slowed or frozen target grants your class ability energy. That's very important. Whisper of Durance. Slow from your abilities lasts longer. For those abilities that linger, the duration will also increase. So this directly applies to the Dust Field Grenade. And then Whisper of Rhyme. Collecting stasis shards grants small amount of overshield. We're going to be collecting a lot of these stasis shards. So let's head over to the armor. A lot of this is based around our grenade. Explosive Wellmaker. Rapidly defeating combatants with explosive damage spawns a solar elemental well. Explosive damage can come from things like rocket launchers. They're going to come from when you blow up one of your stasis crystals. That does explosive damage. If those kill enemies, that will pop these wells. Drop down to the hands. We're running elemental armaments. Final blows with damage type match your subclass element have escalating chance to spawn an elemental well. So that's why we have the stasis headstone weapon as well. Our chest piece, we're running bountiful wells. So elemental well mods that cause you to spawn elemental wells can now stack, spawning additional wells for each additional copy of the mod. So what you're going to see, you're going to start seeing double wells popping off these kills and things. Feet, you can kind of go with what you want here. We do Font of Might because picking up elemental well that matches your subclass energy grants a temporary bonus to weapon damage of that same elemental type. So we're going to be maining our stasis weapon here. So this is going to give us more damage to that weapon. And then, of course, we have Well of Ordnance, picking up solar elemental wells, granting you additional grenade energy to help get that dust field back. So that's basically the build. Like I said, your main thing here is you need a headstone weapon. It works really good when you run like a Gallahorn that's blowing things up and popping wells as well. And then for this, you can kind of run whatever you want. I'll just throw that on for now. I like to have a special weapon, a heavy weapon, of course, and then a kinetic weapon. So I'll just kind of run through this lost sector a little bit and kind of show you what it does, how it works. But what you want to kind of pay attention to is how fast we're getting our dust field back and kind of what we're doing here. So we're going to throw that out there. You can see we're already popping wells, right? Solar wells are coming like candy. We basically got our grenade rolling here non-stop. Whenever we need to use it, within a couple seconds, we have it. We can always throw those out. We bust that to get that improved regeneration. I said you can bust 2 and max it at 10 seconds. We're always trying to get those headshots so we can break those crystals to keep that improved generation up. We can kill them with the stasis crystal explosion. That's what we want to do because we know that's going to pop us a solar well. That solar well is going to help us get our grenade back. We can always do our dodge because we have the double bomber on our class item as well. Should have probably touched on that. You can kind of see how that's going. Always shoot these, kind of time them with the time of that improved ability regeneration over there. But also, yeah, let's hit on a couple of these other mods. So double bomber here, of course, you can run whatever, but this is going to help you get your grenade back faster as well. Absolution reduces all ability cools each time you pick up an orb of power. Of course, we would have to have something on here like Harmonic Siphon, which is rapid final blows with damage that might create an orb of power. So we got that going for us as well. Grenade kickstart on the hands. And as far as anything else, that's about it. So if you piece together all these mods, they start to synergize very well. And you will just find yourself constantly being able to do this. And of course with the hands, if we stay in here, as you see, we get that resist popping up on the left-hand side when we're inside our dust field grenade. So that's the other benefit. Well, you can kind of use it as a defense, survival kind of thing as well. Fight inside it. And we picking up these stasis shards. Of course, we're getting an overshield as well. But yeah, this is my stasis setup. Pretty nasty. Can work very well in the raid for the first encounter and the third encounter, which is basically just add clear encounters. Sometimes I run this, sometimes I run my void setup. It just kind of depends on the mood, but this is a very, very solid. It's kind of hard to get out of the void 3.0 stuff with how good void 3.0 is right now, but this is also another method and setup build that you can use. Of course, when it comes to the other encounters for things like the new raid, you're better off with the void super than the stasis super for boss damage. So that's kind of why I stick mainly to the void. But you can definitely run this in like the first encounter and the third encounter where it is all based around add clear. So once again, my friends, I hope this video was helpful for you. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, as always, come over to Facebook at fb.gg where I do my live streams. And catch a live stream with us over there. Come hang out if you need some help in the game. I'm always down to help you out as I can. If it comes to things like a raid, that's a little bit trickier because I don't have, you know, 4 or 5 other guys that I can just call in at random to help people clear raids. But hey, if you're willing to pull in people from LFG, I'm always down. So we can always grab some LFGers just for some help. There's some, you know, there's some good people out there in the community that will come in and help somebody learn the raid or just want to come in and play. So that's always an option, my friends. I'm always here to help. So you just got to come find me over on Facebook, join my Discord, talk to me in there, and we'll see what we can get going for you. But try this build out. Like, I feel these are 2 good builds to have in your pocket. If you didn't see my video that I released yesterday, it was about my Void 3.0 Hunter kind of all-around build. So between that build and this build are basically what I'm using this season, of course, until we get into the new seasons when the Solar and the Arc 3.0 reworks come out. But this is a fun one, especially if you like Stasis. I feel like the Hunter Stasis next to the Warlock is the next best Stasis class, especially with these new arms that came out in the Witch Queen. So get out there, get freezing them enemies, spam them dust field grenades. I mean, you can see we have 2 grenades out before the first one even wears off. Once you get all this synergy going, just create an area for your teammates that can hang out in, get that damage resist, and help keep your boys alive and freeze those enemies for the easy mop-ups, my friends. Peace. I'm out. I'll see you in the next one.